What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
What a day, what a day. The green is still in the markets. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get all the new content over here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Todd's little intraday Bitcoin and market updates. I'm trying to get him to do that for my own personal reasons as well. We're also going to talk a little bit about the Brave browser and the BAT token. I know I've done a slight review on it, but I did get a chance to play around with it today, and I am pretty impressed, guys. So we'll get that going. We're going to do a quick intro. We'll start the show get the show on the road, and of course, Todd will be looking at the charts as usual.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else are you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
We want to make a lot of money.
That is, everybody wants to make a lot of money. A lot of coins, a lot of fiat, a lot of everything. So yes, I do have the glasses on today. I had to do a ton of work today at my actual job. My eyes are killing me.
Right.
Also, guys, as you can tell by the title, Raven Coin did win my Twitter poll for a live review. I didn't get enough time to get enough in-depth research on Raven Coin, so I'm actually going to be doing a pre-recorded Raven Coin episode tomorrow. I'll post that at some point tomorrow night, I assume. I just wanted to make sure I gave the Raven Coin community the rights it deserves, really, to be able to dig into the project, find some pros, find some cons, give you guys a good overview. Also, I think the recorded review will allow me to be a little more comfortable because I don't have all you awesome guys in the chat box spamming it as I'm doing the review as well, and I don't really feel rushed because we're not live. So we'll see how that turns out for you guys tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that to be posted. So, this is actually the Brave browser. I mean, you might not even be able to recognize this website when I come over here. This is the Brave browser, guys. Have you seen cryptocurrency market cap look so clean? Where are all the ads at? This is awesome. We'll talk a little more in depth on what Brave browser is, but we'll get started. So the cryptocurrency market capitalization is at $358 billion. I think we're up another $10 billion from the live show yesterday. Bitcoin is up to $8,266, up 1.24%. I'm pretty sure Todd still has a 8.6K to 9K target. I'm sure he'll talk about that here in a second. Ethereum making some moves, up $563.36. As you can tell by the title, a top in Ethereum might be coming soon. If you're looking to do a short-term swing trade, Todd will get to that as well. Ripple looking pretty strong at 77 cents, up 8%. What is its competitor doing today? Not quite as well, but it's at 0.3. It's at 36.5 cents, up 3%. Those two have been kind of going back and forth day to day, one outpacing the other. Bitcoin Cash still looking strong at $966. This thing has gone from $700 to $1,000, it seems like, overnight. Litecoin not having any kind of pullback at $145. EOS still going up at $939. I think this is going to continue to happen until the mainnet is launched, guys. That is one I have my eye on. Somebody said their NEO looks stuck in the mud. NEO has gone from in the 50s up to $73. Although you're not seeing 10% a day, slow and steady does win the race. We'll see what happens. Let's see what the biggest gainers are. Monaco, congratulations to everybody who holds MCO. The reason for the increase in price is they got added to BitThumb, which is a major exchange. It provides a lot of volume. If you are a holder, there is no real other news besides it being added to BitThumb. You might want to look into taking some profits if you have made them. That is up to you. Bitcoin Diamond up 40%. These Bitcoin forks always seem to have their day. Bitcoin Private up 15%. I'm going to continue to hold this on my Ledger Nano S until it gets listed to a large exchange and then reevaluate the pump from there. Kin. Is the Irish kin in here? I know you have a bunch of kin in your portfolio. Up 29.88%. Looking strong. Ethos. Every day they said they're getting closer and closer to their universal wallet release. If you're not already pre-registered, I would do that, as you'll be eligible for airdrops from 10 separate coins. They're slowly chugging along, trying to push back up to the $3 mark. Well, I guess I'll throw it over to you, Todd, for some charts, and then when we come back, we'll take a look at BAT in the Brave browser.
We're going to go over some charts, and then here when I come back later, I'm going to go over, I had a student ask me about normal use of trend lines and reverse use of trend lines, so I'm just going to quickly go over that. Only take a quick minute, but let's go over the main coins now. Bitcoin sitting here at about 82.80. You know, nothing has changed for a few days here. We've been calling this some 345s, another 345. It'd be nice to break out here and get that run to the 8,800 level or somewhere up there to keep this count alive. We still could mouse around here and make this a triangle, a high-level triangle before we then spurt higher. But as everybody knows, there is some coins that's been heading to new highs and acting even a little bit better than Bitcoin here short term. So let's go over the big names. We got Bitcoin Cash continuing to work higher. Like Nick said, 600 to almost 1,000. Pretty big move with some decent volume. Dash, 280 to 430. Nice little triangle here. As we're going to look at Ethereum and some of these, I mean, these could be 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and 5, which would mean we need an ABC pullback. That's why I think if Bitcoin spurts up here, you might want to watch a few of these coins. If they act a little slow, you might want to swing trade them for a second, in case you don't get caught, flat-footed and having them run on you. So there's Classic, still trying to work higher, decent percent gains off the low, but be nice to get a little bit more out of that. Ethereum 566. I have marked here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably there's higher to go here, so I haven't sold any short term. Again, if Bitcoin would break to new highs and Ethereum looks a little bit tired, I probably, if you want to trade it, because it could pull back to the 510 level, which would be the previous fourth wave. So somewhere here, maybe a 610 could get a pullback to a 510 if you want to try to play that.
Also, Joshua Ramsey says, "Hey Todd, Father, I've been struggling with ADA the last hour or two. Big sell volume with not big price decline. I sold off about 2 hours ago, but what does it mean, or am I making something of nothing?"
I'd say you're probably making something of nothing, because if the big volume didn't bring any big price decline, then it would have all been absorbed. So I guess I don't think I'd be too worried about it at the moment. Without any price bars to the downside, I wouldn't be concerned as much. So
he's saying when you get a chance, look at ADA volume and price divergence a little.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to bring up the 5-minute Ethereum. And then I'm going to throw in because like on Ethereum, we're going to watch the on-bounce volume on this rally out of here. Hold on, guys. I got too much going on. So far on the 5-minute on-bounce volume coming out of this triangle, there's nothing to be concerned about. This last new high, I mean, we didn't go to a new high down there, so that'd be, again, the first sign that maybe we're slowing up. I think it's too early to say that right now. But that's something to watch here. As I said, especially if Bitcoin does go above that 8,400, and if you got like a NEO or something that's still being slow, then maybe you want to scalp it for a few days. I think that's all it would be. I still think we're going higher. Ultimately going higher in the days and weeks ahead. But if you want to try to get cute, then that'd be something to look at. There's Litecoin on the 2 hour. Still looking good. Let's go in on the 1 hour, show that a little bit closer. Get rid of on balance. I mean, Litecoin considering, still 146, so it just keeps working higher. This looks more like a 1-2, 1-2 off the lows, and we're in maybe a third wave. So, Litecoin might be one that wants to lead here, especially, once again, a Bitcoin can get above this 8,400. So I would expect maybe a Litecoin to maybe lead the charge here short term. There's Neo, Tom mentioned. I put 2 sets of trend lines on here. The light blue is a little more conservative, so it's at the top of that. I think the green makes more sense here because that would be more of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 channel. So I think that works. So I think Neo will still work higher here, but again, that's one that might spurt up and then have a 20% pullback. So some coins could have a 15, 20% pullback and still be fine. There's OMG, again, slowed up a little bit. Vertcoin 256, still working higher. Ripple 77. That buy at 50 was nice. So it can have a triangle at the highs for the move here right now, so still doing well. Here's ADA on the 1 hour. Because he was wanting to look at ADA USD.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely some volume.
Shout out to Daniel for subscribing. We appreciate that, guys.
There's definitely some volume off the highs, but, we're right back at them. So, and good volume come in on this rally. No volume on the sell-off and good volume again. So I think ADA is still good here short term. EOS 942 back at the highs. Decred 62.78. Holding well. Sorry, I got some people trying to find us on Facebook and they're having an issue. So,
Colin says, Todd, do you think you'll make that ETH trade for private client group clients?
A good chance of it.
There you go.
Partial.
For everybody new who doesn't know, we do have a crypto private client group where Todd helps manage trading your portfolios using trading API keys. For more information on that and our cryptocurrency trading course, go to learncrypto.io. We have a bunch of links in the description below, from our Twitter handles to our websites to everything that we offer you guys on the daily basis.
Yeah, normally if I thought we was trading sideways, there's no doubt I would take that trade. The problems on the LA wave, I mean, if it worked every time, everybody would be doing it. I mean, it looks simple that we've had 5 waves up. That'd be an ending pattern for a pullback, but, we could accelerate here and all of a sudden you got to rechange the labelings, etc. So I still think the coins in general are going higher looking out a few weeks. So, if you're in the trading mode, you can do that, but then also be prepared that Ethereum just keeps rolling and, blows up another 100, 150 and goes still to higher objectives. Because I mentioned that Ethereum really on the charts, could look much more at, I got like 700 marked on the 4-hour chart. Up here, 700, 720. So, probably it's an A up. We come down for a B and then we go up to 700. So once again, it's just whether you want to stomach, we're here at 560. We could top out right here and go down and do a 460 and then still do 700. So I'm not selling right now and I'm not planning on selling in the next few hours. So more so if Bitcoin runs through 8,400 and Ethereum looks tired or has a divergence on the 5-minute, then I probably would take advantage of that.
Colin said, Todd, hook me up with the trade if you're confident I know you got this.
But if you don't, but if it don't give me the setup that I want, I probably just try to ride it still up to 700. So
Antonio says, Nick, do you still have that XRP? So those are your new. I'm not a big XRP fans, but everybody in the community said if it got back down to 50 cents, I was forced to buy it. It hit like 49 cents, so I did have to buy some. Rob says Nick bought 2 XRP and will sell it when 1 XRP equals 1 Bitcoin. Oh, that'd be funny.
Ripple is 77.5. So, just like a Ripple, I mean, these coins Ripple could go to $1 when you're not looking, probably. I'm not saying that it will, but that's the problem. I showed you on the Ripple, it's done a triangle, which probably, if you're looking at Elliott Wave, it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're blowing off a little bit right here short term. Probably a place for a pullback to 65. But once again, we are so oversold, I think. As you've seen some of these coins, they just start going and they don't stop. So I think you got to be careful putting yourself in a trading mindset here, because I think you need to be in a longer term huddle in your head. It's hard to go back and forth. And I know a lot of people won't be able to do that. So you got to kind of figure out where you're comfortable and stay with it. So
yeah, and in my opinion, if you're really looking to try to take some profits on these coins, if you bought in, like this person just said, they just bought ADA on the dip at 15 cents. If they were looking to take profits, they just made almost 100%. Instead of going to USD Tether, where you might miss out on the upside objectives of ADA, you can trade it with Bitcoin, where you still, at least, you're not out of the market. You're still buying the Bitcoin, which we think is going to continue higher. So that's a way to kind of hedge that trade a little bit, where you're not just sitting in cash, where then you're going to be chasing something.
Right. Here's XLM USD. There's another one. If you're trading that, you could have sold that at 28. That'd have been very easy to have sold. And now here we are at 36.5. So, and if Bitcoin works higher, this thing probably, goes to 44, gets above the 40 levels. So again, I think line of least resistance is higher. Wyckoff teaches you don't trade against the trend. So I don't think I'd be trying to sell short here or nothing. And again, I'm not sure it's worth trying to be too cute on these things, because I think we're ultimately still headed higher. So here's XVG at 74. I mentioned I didn't expect to really go down to 60. I thought maybe the 68 would hold it. I still think it'll probably put itself together here and try to work higher a little bit still. Zen. This is what I'm going to go over here when Nick throws it back to me. I've got normal use of trend lines on here. I went over some point and figure that I did by hand real quick that gave us a 48 to 52 objective. So I think that one's still probably going to work higher. It continues to do that. So ZRX at 91 cents. That's one. Got a conservative uptrend line here. It's at the top. That one could easily work through the higher, and then probably you want to throw in a short-term aggressive uptrend line. So that's all I've got for right now. We're going to come back, I said, and we'll talk quickly about some trend line placement.
Cool. I'll steal this. Somebody said, why is Bitcoin Diamond $4 on CoinMarketCap and $27 on Binance? I don't know if that arbitrage opportunity is available, guys. Go take your Bitcoin Diamond to Binance right now and sell it. I don't know if it's actually available, but go do it. There is a star here on CoinMarketCap, and if you scroll down here and read the disclaimers, it says price excluded. I don't know the details on that, but if you are a Bitcoin Diamond holder, I would log into Binance and see if it's really trading at that price, because I would be taking that. All right. So this is what Brave browser is. For you, those of you who do not know, it's a whole new browser that essentially gives you privacy and full control of your data. That means there is no advertisements, there's no cookies, they cannot use your data in any way. You are in full control of how you use your data and how you want to monetize your data. Now, this is pretty awesome, guys. I do recommend you guys come and check it out, and you can even watch us on YouTube. The one downside to content creators is if you use Brave browser. I know some people in here have said they've been using it for a long time. It actually removes all the ads from YouTube. So that's pretty cool for you guys. You don't have to watch the ad before, the ads during the videos, but it does remove any ad revenue that Todd or I might receive. Now that's not very much. We come on here for you guys. Also, we have our course and some other things, but that is a little bit of revenue that we will lose. So what this does provide is you can actually set up, if you go to your preferences here, your monthly budget on what you want to do for your Brave payments. Say I wanted to spend 50 BAT a month. It's $18 a month. It actually breaks down all of the websites you go to here. So CoinMarketCap is on here. Learn Crypto YouTube channel's on here. It then tells you what percentage of your online time is spent on those websites. And you can have it automatically split it up based on what percentage you use them. Or I could pin Learn Crypto here, and you can do a manual percent. Say I want 50% of my monthly BAT budget to be sent to us, and then it goes right here. So that's pretty cool. It's definitely interesting. Now, not everybody is going, you don't have to. I can use this Brave browser for free, but they really explain like, hey, you know, you're getting privacy for free, no ads. If you feel necessary, go ahead and donate back to those that are providing content, providing websites, and so forth, and to really support the decentralized infrastructure of Brave browser and also the cryptocurrency BAT, B-A-T. We'll have Todd look at that chart here in a second as well. Now, there are a bunch more users getting on this. An IT guy from my work who really isn't even into cryptos that much says he's been using Brave browser for a while. He actually got some BAT tokens just to give to content providers, so that's pretty cool. It's getting some new people into the cryptocurrency space as well. But here we go. So essentially it says browse faster. Brave loads major news sites 2 to 8 times faster than Chrome and Safari on mobile. And Brave is 2 times faster than Chrome on desktop. And it kind of looks at these seconds for the full websites to come up. And those are pretty impressive. And at first I was like, why would that happen? Well, it kind of makes sense because now the browser doesn't have to load any of those advertisements. I mean, look at cryptocurrency market cap right now. There's no ad up here at the top. There's no ads down the side. There's nothing popping up in my bar up here. It's pretty nice. So they're saying save money as much as $23 a month. Brave saves you cash. The average mobile browser user pays as much as $23 a month in data charges to download ads and trackers. That's $276 a year. Brave blocks ads and trackers so you don't pay for them. Even if you have an unlimited mobile data plan, which I'm sure most of us do, or browse exclusively on the desktop, you end up paying because your information, which is your data, which is now completely private and anonymous, and time have value. See how Brave guards both below. Now, I'm not going to go through all this information. You guys can come over here and take a look. But essentially, you're back in control of your data. It's completely free. Ad blockers built in. That way you're protected from more malware, viruses, this and that. And I just think this is a really cool integration with the cryptos. And I'm pretty excited for it here in the near future as well, guys. We do have a link in the description below. It's a referral link for the Brave browser. So if you sign up and you use it with that link, if you use it for like 30 days, then the channel, that YouTube channel, actually gets $5 per person that does that. And it's all done through the BAT token. So that's pretty interesting. And then here's what is the Brave Payments. Brave Payments is a system that allows you to anonymously donate to content producers that you like. All you need to do is create a BAT wallet and add an amount. Then when you visit websites, Brave Payments automatically distributes micro donations based on the time you devote. You can customize your list of favorite websites. You can even pin specific sites to receive a certain amount every month. It's like becoming a patron. With regard to your privacy in Brave Payments, we do not know which BAT wallet is associated with the list of sites that you choose to support. In other words, you, the users, have access to your browsing report, but Brave, the company, does not. Essentially, they were trying to remove Google from the equation, where Google data mines all your stuff. If you're looking at something on eBay, then you go on Facebook, what's the first thing you guys see? You see that eBay item pop up there because they're data mining your cookies. This is taking all of that out and integrating crypto into that. So pretty interesting. If you guys are interested in it, I would take a look. I've been playing around with it, and I'm really impressed with what they got going on. This whole stream right now, all these websites you see up here are actually all using the Brave browser. I got one little article I wanted to go over. So you guys may have heard of this company, I don't know. But this just shows me how small cryptos really are right now, guys. The Craigslist of crypto is making millions where Bitcoin is needed most. 27 million. That's how much revenue local Bitcoins is now generating annually off a business that started back in 2011. All with an investment of just a few $1,000s. One of the longest running and most controversial Bitcoin companies, the decidedly low-fee website now has roughly 20 employees worldwide and 4 million registered accounts. And reflecting to Global Tide, 40% of those users have signed up in the last 6 months. If you guys don't know what local Bitcoins is, essentially it's almost like a Craigslist but only for Bitcoin. So me, if I'm trying to sell Bitcoin, I can say, hey, I'm willing to sell my Bitcoin for $10,000. Obviously there's a premium. And then Todd can be like, great, I'll take that. We go ahead and make a transaction, and that is it. So the reason, why would people use this versus an exchange? Well, in here somewhere, let me take a look.
What's up, Michael, for here?
So here's an example of why people would do it. When the Bank of Montreal restricted customers from making cryptocurrency purchases, local Bitcoin's activity in Canada spiked. So before Canada was now they're super friendly, but some of their banks were actually restricting, like people are right now in the United States, where banks are not allowing people to spend money on Coinbase, or they're charging additional fees when you use your credit card. That's what Bank of Montreal did, said, oh, you're trying to buy through Coinbase or Gemini, we're not even allowing that transaction to happen. You could still go over to local Bitcoins and make purchases. This is also being used in all of these third world countries, Venezuela with the hyperinflation they have going on, Peru. I just think it's very interesting to see that such a small company and relatively, unnecessary really with all the exchanges they have, still find so many customers, because we kind of take for granted that we're in first world countries. We can get on an exchange, put in a KYC, get our USD from the banks, and everything works great. But in these other countries where they don't have that opportunity, or when the government tries to step in, like in Canada, they're able to resort to this, and I'm just amazed by the amount of volume. If they're making $27 million in fees, guys, how many Bitcoins do you think are getting processed, peer-to-peer like that? That's a lot of money. And I think this is just beginning. We'll talk about that here in a second. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Palm Beach Confidential or not. Palm Beach Confidential is a research program. I have been with Palm Beach Confidential for a while, so I'm a lifetime member. Now, I'm not going to give out finite price targets because I have respect for all those that are members and the privacy they have for those reports. I know you'll see some real reports, some fake reports circulating the internet, but there was one sent out today. And really what Tika had to say, he gave all these data analytics and all these charts comparing where cryptos are now compared to the NASDAQ when the big bubble happened over there. And he thinks this is just the beginning. What was the numbers over there? Like he's projecting like a $6.3 trillion market cap.
Only a 20 banger.
So 20x from here. So when you guys get all caught up in the swing trades, yes, swing trades are awesome. You can make some quick profits.
Yeah, 20x, I'll have no gray hair. Yeah. My hair will be coming in thick.
And the short term is
Skype
great.
me in from,
but you got to remember the long term on this, guys.
Skype me in from Costa Rica, I think. So
if you guys don't know who Tika is, he was also Palm Beach picked to buy Ethereum when it first came to the market when it was like $1, and he told everybody not to sell it when his first sell order on it I think was around like $400 and something. He put another sell order at like $1,200.
Crazy.
He's doing pretty well over there. He's picked other things as well, but I just want to kind of pass that information on. Overall, they are still very long term on this space. They're not. What's his buy up to on Bitcoin? $25,000.
Buy up to.
Essentially what he's saying is if you have the money.
If you have any money, just keep buying it.
Yeah. Say 5% of your paycheck. Just go ahead and use dollar cost average. Put 5% of your paycheck into Bitcoin every single 2 weeks. And you're not going to be looking back because that thing is going much, much higher. It's pretty impressive.
Kelly Slade, we need to go to Costa Rica at your place. And actually, Carlos is in here because I wanted to go over. Are you done with that?
Yep.
And all they're saying is a lot higher.
Stacking Stoner says, at Hitman is down with the big T. Kick ass. Yes, I am.
Well, give me back because I got quite a few coins here. I guess I need to go over. Carlos, this is for you. This is Dash on a 5-minute. I brought that up to bring in the 5-minute on-bounce volume since I can't bring up the software yet. This is only Bittrex, so what it showed, why it was doing the fourth wave triangle, like a lot of these coins have been doing. Volume was trending down, price was trending up. That's what I'm showing by the arrows. So that gave you the spurt to the upside. Now you can see volume's not really following it. So I think somewhere here Dash would have that ABC pullback to what is basically, 370 support. So I'd be more interested on Dash at 370. Maybe you could look at 410. I don't know what your time frame is. But I would probably, if you're looking for Dash, I'd probably wait for a pullback. So
I do like Dash long term as well.
Yeah, long term might be good. Short term looks like it is maybe. But these are type of things on the on-balance volume. If you have it from all exchanges, that's one of those divergences where you're showing selling coming in, price is holding a triangle, which then fits into Elliott wave saying you're going to have a fifth wave up. So this thing could still extend on the fifth wave like Ethereum and some of these, especially if Bitcoin gets above this 83, 8400. So, and then you still would buy a pullback to 370, but that might be from 470 or something.
Shout out to Mike Fahir. I haven't seen him in a while. Mike Fahir is very tech savvy. He was kind of bringing Brave Browser to the attention, saying it was created by the same guy who created JavaScript. That is correct. I think also that guy worked on Mozilla Firefox, if I believe. I could be wrong in saying that. But yep.
Michael has saved me on many occasions on some tech stuff, so shout out to him.
Also, shout out to Brian Quick, the IT guy from my work, who said he's been using Brave for a little while now and kind of showed me it today. That's where I got it all set up, and I started using it as well. So shout out to you if you're watching.
Here is BAT. I'm going to get rid of the volume because I don't like it if it's over 5 minutes. So this chart is 1 hour on BAT, so a quick 20 to 40 with big volume. So, it kind of looks like PPT and Zen and some of these coins. They're all kind of coming alive on a short-term basis. So.
Yeah, the news that BAT partnered up with the Dow Jones as far as their net membership was obviously taken very positively. I think that was yesterday.
No doubt.
I don't know how getting more users on BAT and if more people use it with content creators, how that will affect the BAT price. I know that, when we signed up our YouTube, somebody who watches us has actually been giving us some BAT tokens because we had like 13 BAT tokens over there. It's like only $5. But if we actually didn't register for BAT, after every month you get your BAT token payout, that actually just gets rolled over into like the foundation fund, I guess. So to whoever was using BAT and giving us some money and watches us with BAT, shout out to you. I'm glad we're finally signed up with the Brave browser so we can actually receive some of those tokens.
Kelly Slade likes XRP going up, and the tree man Clifford Chapman says XRP to the moon. Well, there's Bitcoin Gold 40 to 60. Where was that at when you was doing the interview? Like 46 or something?
Which one?
Bitcoin Gold?
Bitcoin Gold was down in the low 40s when I did the interview.
44, 45.
Look, I don't know, guys. We don't have that many subscribers, but every single interview I do, it goes straight up after the interview.
Moonshot.
They either give out some kind of announcement, partnership agreement, something along those lines. Electrocoin has gone from 300 light Toshis to 1,300 light Toshis since I've done that interview. That is a 4x. And you guys can win some. After this video is over, just hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your ECA wallet address. Tomorrow, I will be picking the winners from all 3 live videos from this week. And you guys can win your ECA. I'll make the announcement on Twitter probably tomorrow night after I do that Raven recorded video with the list of names of everybody that won. And then you can check your wallet and see that ECA in there.
There, Philip Rover says everything goes up when he sells. That's that problem I mentioned yesterday when you keep the winners and you keep the losers and you sell the winners too early. That's a tough area to be in, especially if we're starting now another bull market, or at least sideways to higher before we start a bull market. So
Max Expo says BAT or ADX.
I got ADX on the screen.
That one's tough, but I will say BAT and Brave Browser have a working product that are getting more and more users. What generates value in this ecosystem with a lot of these tokens and a lot of these currencies is a community and a user base. Essentially, the more utilization of your network, the higher the price should then in turn be. BAT token does have a relatively small total supply, so if content creators that talk about cryptos then get BAT tokens like Todd and myself, we're probably not going to be running out and selling it. Therefore, it's not going to be on the market, and therefore you have a decreased supply with an increased demand, which usually consist of higher prices. Now, I don't know what ADX has been up to, if they're creating partnerships or if they're going to be integrated anytime soon into any working products, but I've been using Brave Browser all day and right now on the live show, and it has worked flawlessly, and I know more and more people, especially people not even into cryptos, are starting to use it, so I think that's very bullish for the BAT token.
John, I'll check out your email tonight. What up, Carlos? ADX is in front of you, 1 hour chart, so got a slight uptrend there, and same thing. I mean, some of these coins I think have sold out, caught people short, whatever else. So I think a lot of them can continue to work higher.
Solomon says ICX and Ven. And if you want the Ven review, Solomon, it is actually in the reviews section on the home page of our YouTube channel.
We're going to go over Ven here in a minute. Here is Digibyte, trying to put together, recover from its nasty sell-off that it had. It's 100% off the lows. I think there would still be more upside there. It'd be nice to get above the 5-cent level, maybe tag a 6-cent or something. I think that's probably still possible on that thing. And then we've got OMG. Going to go over that in a little more detail here. You had that quick spike, so it's kind of hard to throw an uptrend channel on that. I mean, I think it's probably more appropriate to try to bring it back to there. And it's been quiet here. Hopefully we can get a move above that 1630 or so and work it higher again. But that chart, as we've showed, like on a 4-hour, that's pretty impressive relative strength here so far this year. So I think OMG is telling you that that's a good project.
The wealth unit says, question, Bitcoin goes up, SAT goes down on alts, right? Well, not necessarily, because Bitcoin is up 2% for the day, but the Satoshi value of these altcoins are still going up. What that means is if you're trading against Bitcoin, if Bitcoin outpaces the alt, so say Bitcoin goes up 10% and say Ripple only goes up 5%, the Satoshi value when trading for Ripple would actually be negative 5% for the day, if that makes sense.
Hey, Simon, I saw your notes before. I got ICX and VIN at the top of my list here. I'm just trying to get to them.
Shout out to Philip Rover, the $5 super chat. We really appreciate every dollar that you guys contribute to us. That makes my day. Shout out to you.
What up, Philip?
There's the show me the money. At least, you know, if you want to give us a super chat, at least ask us a question or have us give a shout out to somebody. You just put the money in there. Appreciate it, man.
He's the one that said everything goes up after he sells, so we got to get him out of that predicament. Carlos, I'm coming down deep sea fishing with you sometime, so don't give no tips. Just keep that money because you're going to pay for the boat.
Can I jump on board too?
Because I'm coming down. I told the wife that's one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go deep sea fishing in Costa Rica. So.
Hey, Dane, I will be looking at Populous. I know it has been having quite a price surge. I definitely probably want. I don't know. I need to find time to get on it. Hopefully this weekend. I got 5 reviews that I'm supposed to try and do this weekend. I am also supposed to try to run a 5K on Saturday. It's also Earth Day. I got a bunch of things going on, but I'm trying to do as much as I can for you guys.
A 5K.
Crypto Rider says, why aren't you switching to Steam? I have looked into Steam, but I mean, to be honest, guys, we just don't have that. With the Crypto Private Client Group and the day job, after YouTube ends here, it is 8 p.m. my time. I've been working since 7 a.m. I then get home around 8:30, eat dinner, feed the dog. If I need to change the title on YouTube, then I would have to upload it to Steam. Like, there's just only so many hours in the day. But I have looked into Steam. People have told us that we should at least post our content over there.
I'm going to try to keep doing, those little updates in the morning. I still want to go live, especially when I get the software working correctly. I want to dive into way more technicals. People that really know me probably wants to know why I'm not doing more Wyckoff, why I'm doing Elliott Wave. That goes back that I mentioned on here is with Wyckoff, you really need the consolidated volume. So I'm trying to offer some technical analysis, but it leads me a little bit more to Elliott Wave, which I don't like. I use Elliott Wave as more of a confirming indicator, not the basis of my trades. And that's why, and again, probably why I've traded less even for PCG, because I don't feel like I've got the full arsenal behind me to want to risk clients' money as much. But hopefully that is changing here. So here's ICX, just really back to previous support. I don't like where that's slowing up at because it stopped before up here. So we don't want that to turn into resistance. So I think let it work higher here, especially if Bitcoin continues higher. But that's one I would like for it to start acting even a little bit stronger than what it is. So
from a TA's perspective, it hasn't been acting that well. But from a fundamental perspective, I do still like the threesome ICX, Aeon, and WAN Chain are doing. Obviously, WAN Chain is doing pretty well now since it has recovered from the post-ICO dump. And I look for a bright future for those three fundamentally.
Here's AGI USD. Someone mentioned that. Not much action there. We've only been around for like 12 days. So can't say much there. And then
shout out to Encroll Tide 13. He got the girlfriend out of the house for the weekend. Sounds like you'll just be chilling watching sports and cryptos.
Sports and cryptos. There's Fuel BTC. really not much I can say there either.
Anthony, keep that threesome a secret. I thought that threesome was a secret until it came to market.
We're going to go back to ADA USDT. Obviously everyone knows a devastating decline, 90%. Trying to put something together. I mean, I would think higher
Show me
here.
the money.
I think I'll have trouble getting above 37 cents. Show me the money. And then I want to go...
Jermaine, $2 donation. Nick, can you check out and review Zito.io? I'll put that at the top of the list. I appreciate the super chat from you, and hopefully I'll have some information available on the YouTube channel. Also, follow me on Twitter. If I come up with any kind of good information, I'll tweet that out.
All right, guys, a quick little lesson here on use of trend lines. A client had asked this about a week ago, and I want to try to explain it. A normal use of trend lines, because I think reverse use came from Wyckoff. I read that he's the one, no one else really talked about that. So normal use of trend lines is when you take the blue line here. If you're doing an uptrend, you want to first think of taking the 2 support points. So don't put this line in first. You want to, in an uptrend, you want a support line. So you take this area and this point and throw in your line. And then you take the high between those 2 points and bring your trend line down to that. So that's what I've been showing. That's the normal use of trend lines. So a reverse use of trend line would be you take the 2 high points, doing it in reverse order. So you take the 2 high points, throw that line in, clone that, and then the low point between those, you'd put the parallel line. So blue is normal, green is reverse. So, right here, right now, reverse might be more important because it's more aggressive. And the way we came out of this 32 support level really looks like we want to go higher here. So any rally above, 39.40 makes you maybe want to look at the green. So that's the difference. And on downtrends, it'd be the exact opposite. On a downtrend, you'd want to take the top points, start with the supply line, and then clone that, and then do the parallel thing. And then again, the reverse use of that would be to take the low points, throw in a line, and then do the parallel. So just a quick little lesson on trend lines. If you didn't get that from the course, understood that, hopefully that helps you out a little bit better.
Yep. If you want to learn how to do some of this, guys, on yourself, I know you guys tune in on the daily, which is awesome. But if you need to make some quick trades on your own, go to learncrypto.io to check out our cryptocurrency trading course. I think I just added a card to the channel as well that will link you to that video if you want to learn more about it here in a little bit.
I'm going to say that's still, if you're trying to trade, that's the best course you can get for the money.
And for those of you who do not know, this isn't just a course that kind of came out of nowhere. Todd actually owns Wyckoff Stock Market Institute and all proprietary indicators and trading methods that come along with that. He built this from the actual course that was made for the traditional markets for cryptos. And I think there's 23 current lessons. He's been adding some new videos to that as well. And there will be some more lessons that will be added as the software gets released. This is just something we try to provide for you guys. Yes, it does cost money, but it also costs a lot of time and money for Todd to build that course out. And he does own that Wyckoff SMI, like I did say as well.
Right, because, and I've added, even the video I just did on the trend lines, I might go ahead and add to that chapter because people like the videos. It kind of sinks in a little bit better for them. So I did add the Zen videos talking about point and figure and some of the accumulation markings like I have here with the preliminary support and things.
Once you do graduate, we do give you a stock certificate, or not a stock certificate, a graduation certificate, which we do announce here on the show with some graduation music as well. You are able to go back and access those courses whenever you want, as many times as you want, and there is a final for that as well to make sure that you are grasping the information and passing the course. So it's pretty cool, guys. You have full access to it, and once the software launch, if you were a current or prior student, you will get 50% off the software as well.
Salman's trying to send us some money, and that won't work. Appreciate it anyway, Salman.
Appreciate the effort. If you click on that gray dollar sign down there, it should work. If not, it is what it is. Maybe get on the Brave browser with our referral link, and that works for us as well. Norm Vivesh, I just gave you a wrench, so it's removing your comment. Here it is. Why is Binance Coin not going up after the burn? I mean, it did have Binance Coin moved a little bit before the rest of the alts did. So it could just be cooling down. It's just one of those things, you know. There was as soon as they came out saying they were going to create their own DEX and their own blockchain, we saw a massive spike on that. Since then, it's kind of been sideways. They did burn 2.2 million of their tokens, so that is good to see. I still do like BNB. It has current value propositions from trading fees reduction. Also, they do the burn quarterly until you are down to 100 million circulating supply, which is good. But really, I like it for the future perspective. Number one, Binance is the largest exchange by trading volume out there, and it's going to continue to be so because they give you all your airdrops, all your forks. They have the best customer service. You have rewards if you are a good trader, which is pretty cool. And then if they create a decentralized exchange in their own proprietary blockchain, there's going to be even more value propositions for BNB here in the future.
And Ryzen, I do know there is the parallel channel, and I'm going to show that. You know, when you kind of get used to something, you kind of do it your old way. But there's the use of the parallel channel that's on TradingView too. So you are right. Normally I don't use that stuff. I did notice that earlier today. I mean, if you go up here to the top left, you can see trend lines. Also down here is parallel channel. When you're old like me, you kind of set in your ways. But that is nice to show. Probably it's even better to show here on the channel because you can see the channel much easier, etc. So thanks for that. No doubt.
Chris K9, $1.99. Thank you for that. Thanks for what you guys do. A review on COV. Writing it down.
The K9s.
COV Super Chat review. Man, if we get too many $2 review offers, I'm going to have to up the charge on that. I'm going to be doing 30 reviews a weekend. Razel says, historically, he looked at Binance and it bleeds out after every burn. Typically, buy the rumors, sell the news. I could see that. It didn't really sell too hard. It just kind of has been in a sideways channel since then. But I could definitely see that. Thanks for the information you provided the community there, Razel.
And guys, again, be careful on your opinions longer term, because even going back like that Neo trade I mentioned when it was at 58, went to 14, you could have bragged about day trading in that area, making some money, etc. I mean, I was trading Neo back then and killing it. I was trading between 36 and 44. You know, everybody says you're the man, etc. But it went to 180. You know, so you can be the man trading, but are you missing the big gains? And are you missing the big home runs? So just be careful with that, because make sure you know what you're looking for and what your time frame is and what your objectives, because I got people, you know, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you trade that? But you got to understand the mindset that I'm in, etc. So back then I was in the mindset more on some of those coins, and now I guess I'm just pretty bullish and don't want to miss some runs. And then also with PCG, I mean, we're basically agreeing 70-80% try to stay long the right coins. And right now I think that's the big caps. I'm not setting on 90% losers on some of these coins. I'm not, you know, I didn't chase a lot at the highs, but I think I'm okay longer term still on a lot of coins because I don't have any dead weight to speak of.
Zach TM says, what's your thoughts on BAX? I don't know a ton. Obviously, there's a ton of coins in this ecosystem. I know it's a relatively small cap coin. I think they're striving to be a peer-to-peer bank for microtransactions, but I think they're only targeting UK, which kind of might limit their upside potential in the long run. But to give any more information than that, I would have to look into it a little harder, Zach. Sorry about that. Nathan Young said XRP took off quick. Yeah, XRP and Stellar Lumens have been having a battle every single day.
Bitcoin, 83.54.
There we go. One day Stellar outperforms XRP. The next day XRP outperforms Stellar. When will the madness end?
Now, like I said, everybody trading Bitcoin. I mean, it's looked like doo-doo here for the last, 2 days, basically. And next thing you know, it could be 8,800. So
Yeah, I mean, I think
I'm not saying that, but like I said, you got to be careful. There's Ethereum 579. I mean, you know, you just, you know, it's time frames. There's a lot to this. These newbie traders, I don't think, you know, you just got to, you need some time in the game to figure some of that stuff out. There's Litecoin 149, Neo 74.48 back near the highs. So hopefully Bitcoin can keep it moving here. And again, can we run a quick disclaimer? Because we've been talking a lot about coins.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Salman, for that comment there. Can't be many weak hands left now. I'd probably agree with that. We blow out a lot of people. XRP 83. Whoa. Right there, guys. We're what? We was a 76.7 just a little bit ago, and I said, you know, it kind of looks like a fifth wave. You probably could take some money off the table, try to buy it back. Well, hell, now it's 83, and you got to hope it comes back to 76 to get you back in again. So when stuff's oversold, sold out, and everybody that wanted to sell has, then you get rallies like that. So that's why I'm just saying you got to be careful. Don't take short-term wishes and turn them into missing out on some long-term gains or something. So the mindset here recently with the sell-off we had is, my God, if I get a profit, take it, because I need to feel good. I need that rush that I know what I'm doing. But shit, you'll end up missing the rally now. That was the attitude for the last 3 months. I'm not sure it works the next 3 months. So markets do the opposite of what everybody wants. So that's all.
Well, guys, we're approaching an hour. I think we are having a ton of fun here, but we got things to do. We're kind of running out of topics. We don't want to bore you guys. We try to keep these under an hour to keep as many people in here as possible.
What's up, Crypto Bone?
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody who has given some super chats today. Like I said, tomorrow I will be publishing a full review on Raven Coin. Also, I'll be giving away the Electra Coin that you guys can earn just by simply hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your ECA wallet address. Also, the past 2 episodes, live episodes we did, you can go ahead and watch those and do the same thing. Leave your wallet address as well on those for more chances to win. And like I said, all this ECA was donated, so I am happy to give it away, guys. Anything else, Todd, before we head out of here?
Neblio, BTC, I know I missed that one. Marcel came back on that one. That is one coin I didn't cover. So this is the 1 hour. I mean, has had a good day here, and it'd be nice to keep that thing continuing. And I would guess it will still work higher. So I'd hold these coins looking for higher prices still, guys.
That's
blah,
awesome,
blah,
guys.
blah, blah, blah. That's what I got this morning.
There we go. Stay away from the doo-doo coins. Make some gains. Make sure you have some Bitcoin in your portfolio, because it is going to have its day here soon, guys. And we will see you guys soon. I don't think we're going live tomorrow, but look for us to do a market update in the morning, the Raven Coin review in the afternoon.
Who knows what we're doing?
And who knows? We'll pop on whenever we pop on. Follow us on Twitter, and let's keep the gains coming.
I got new contacts, less headaches. My tooth is fixed.
We're just getting warmed up. We love seeing green. Here we go.
I'm in the cockpit. Here we go.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.